Alright, so I'll be showing you guys how to set up the one-way virtual machine. This can work with two PCs. However, if you only have one computer, you can get it set up. All you need is having two mouse on hand. First things first, you're going to start by wanting to set up the virtual machine. I will be using VMware for this virtual machine setup. You're going to want to install this normally. The only changes that you will want to make to the virtual machine is having the enhanced keyboard driver installed. Once you do go ahead and install that, you will have to reboot your PC, so just keep that in mind. So you'd have both these boxes enabled when you actually install the virtual machine. The next app that you're going to need to install is called Apollo. So this is basically a fork of Sunshine, and what this allows you to do, it allows you to stream your input only. So unlike previously where you had to set up the recording and you'll be sharing your screen, this one you only have to share you can have the option to only share your inputs. So once you go ahead and set up Apollo, walk through the setup stage, create the account, create a username and passwords, you're going to want to go to the website that it provides. Once you're on that website, you'll go ahead and enter your username and password, and it will bring you to the logins page. The only changes that you'll be wanting to make here is you're going to go over to configuration, input, and you'll scroll all the way down until you find enable input only mode. You're going to want to enable this box and then click save to save the program. And then once that's done, the next step is the virtual machine. So once you've done this step, all you need to go ahead and do is open your VMware. And once you open your VMware, you're going to want to create your virtual machine. So the more CPU cores and the more storage that you give the virtual machine, ReWASD will run better, or the translation will run better. So for me currently, I only give it 2.5 gigabytes of RAM and 2 processor cores. I only need 20 gigabytes of storage. You can use less. I think around 15 would be the best value, but it's all up to you. Once you do go ahead and do that as well, you're going to want to ensure that this is enabled. USB controller, show all input devices, share Bluetooth devices. This is optional. Make sure USB compatibilities 2.0, and that's basically all you want to do for this section. You will also want to go ahead and have shared folders enabled, and you also want to have your shared folders set. So I'm set it to VMware Tools, as that's one, and then map as a network drive in Windows Guest. This will basically allow you to open that folder in your virtual machine. Once all that's done, you can just go ahead and launch the virtual machine. And just a side note, if you do ever get an error stating that side channels is enabled and it will diminish the performance of the virtual machine, all you need to do to solve that is go into your Windows, type in turn Windows features on and off, open that, and once you do open it, it should show up over here. You'll scroll down all the way until it says Windows Hypervisor Platform. Make sure that's disabled. Make sure Windows Sandbox is disabled. And also enable Virtual Machine Platform is disabled, along with Hyper-V. So once those are disabled, you'd simply go ahead and reboot your PC. And once you do that, the error should go away. Alright? All you'll need to do is open your folders. If you've done everything right, you should see your shared folders here. You can always go ahead and check it in the virtual machine settings once more and make sure that it's always enabled and that it's mapped as a network drive. Once you've done that, open your VMware folders and have the tools that you need. So first thing you want to do is run Moonlight. Any version of Moonlight, just run it. Once you have the Moonlight set up, then you'll run ReWASD. It will do the thing where it asks you to reboot the virtual machine. You'd go ahead and do that. Once you've done it, you simply open Moonlight. So nothing else really to do here. All this is set up as is. Once you do go ahead and set up your ReWASD config, you'd go to the removable device. If you did enable the enhanced keyboard function, your devices should show up here, and you'd simply connect what you want. So for now, I'm only going to connect my mouse, so my 502. Then you'd go ahead and go to your config, which would be right here. You'd apply the slot, and if you should go, let's go and see here, it should be fine now. So once you go ahead and do that, you'll basically go back to the main menu for Moonlight, it will ask you to pair this. It will tell you to bring up the website to pair a key. You simply follow the instructions. Pretty simple, it's straightforward, and get that done. Once you do go ahead and pair the key, it should be unlocked and you should just be able to click this. It will give you 3 options. The one that I recommend is remote input. This will only stream the input of the virtual machine. So it won't stream audio, it won't stream video, it will only stream the input. So once you do that, it's going to go ahead and make the noise showing that it's connected, and you can simply close this out. So if I should go ahead and pull up something like gamepad tester, it's going to show up. So as you can see, it does show up in the virtual machine. And if I do go to something, if I do pull up a game like, let's say Apex, pulling up Apex on the game, as you can see, I do have controller input. I don't have my keyboard connected to it at the moment, so you will see switching inputs. But this is my 502. Flash it over here. Alright. There is aim assist. So that's basically it for this. So all you need to do is do what I say, connect your inputs, and you'll be able to play the game just fine.